Welcome back, everybody, and we're going to be talking about something a little different today. Florida lawmakers want to abolish the HOA. Could the failed experiment really end? This is a question that's been going on for quite some time. We have close to 50,000 HOAs in the state of Florida. It's big business. Not only is it big business, but with contractors, with property managements, they get a lot of money from HOAs. And of course, the person footing the bill is a homeowner living in the HOA. So, of course, across the country, frustration with the homeowner associations is bubbling over. But in Florida, it's really gotten to a boiling point. And that's because of the steep fees, assessments, strict rules, enforcement have left many residents feeling trapped in their neighborhoods. I don't blame them. And they no longer control. And this is because of sometimes you have a condo commander or the rules are so extreme, or they enforce these laws and make it so difficult for people. But anyways, we're going to talk about one case. The consequence can be extreme. Earlier this year, Irina Green, and she's a homeowner in Hillsborough County, Florida, spent a week in jail after failing to bring her yard up to par. Go figure. This is just one case of many, and she went to jail for it. We're going to get right into that. Okay, so this is the lady that was jailed for not taking care of her yard. And her quote is, "I would rather live under a bridge than under a HOA." So let's go ahead and push play and listen to what happens.
Review homeowner Irina Green first received notices and then was served with a lawsuit over brown grass and other minor violations. When she went to court, the judge gave her an ultimatum.
My grass had to be brung up to par. He said, you can get seeds, you can do something, but you got 30 days to get it corrected. I said, fine. And he said, and if it's not done in 30 days, you're going to go to jail.
Green says she tried to correct her violations, but she missed her court date. A judge signed a warrant, and she was arrested and held without bond for 7 days.
I work hard to buy this home, for me and my kids in a better neighborhood and environment, and to be taken to jail and to be treated like that for brown grass at my own home, it's horrible.
So wow, what a story about Irina Green. It's sad, almost like a dictatorship where she lives. How can you be jailed for your yard? Anyways, this is the man who is trying to abolish, his name is Juan Carlos, he's trying to abolish and get rid of these HOAs in Florida. But remember, this is big business. There's close to 50,000 HOAs in the state of Florida. Why Florida became the land of HOAs? Well, it's pretty simple. Homeowner associations are popular not just in the Sunshine State, they're also booming nationwide. Also in California, I think they're number one in California. In 2024, more than 40% of listings came with the HOA fee, up over 39% from the year before, according to a recent report from Realtor.com. And across the country, about 374,000 community associations govern everything from suburban subdivisions to high-rise condos, a 3,600% jump from just 10,000 associations in 1970. That's crazy, people. The data from the Foundation for Community Association Research shows this. So this is a huge jump. It's big business. Everything is tied to HOAs, especially in Florida, from contractors to property managers, accounting, getting quotes. Everything is tied because it's big business. People want to make money off these HOAs. They talk about, HOAs are a nonprofit, but of course there's a lot of collusion and corruption in these HOAs. And again, this gentleman here is trying to abolish it. There's more cons than pros. I lived in one for 20 years. I got out. I understand HOAs. I would never move back. It's a lot of money, assessments, HOA fees, monthly HOA fees. So anyhow, moving on. So from promise to problem, the backlash grows. Well, yes, there's going to be more complaints, more backlash, more issues, and you're going to go against 50,000 HOAs. It's going to be hard to abolish this. So I take my hat off to Juan Carlos for doing this. Inside the push to ban HOAs in Florida, how's that going to work? So how's it going to work? The growing backlash has caught the attention of lawmakers, including Perez, that's Juan Carlos Perez, I'm mispronouncing that, who has become the loudest voice in Florida calling for a radical reset. In a recent interview with the Tampa Bay 28, he described the HOA as a failed experiment, people, arguing that they morphed from neighborhood caretakers into overreaching authorities. Well, I want to just say that I would say dictators. They're dictators overall. And you can see this in other videos with other people who had issues besides this lady who was put in jail for her grass. So go figure with that. Moving down, the political and legal wall ahead. Well, yeah, there's going to definitely be some issues ahead, and it's going to be quite the challenge. So basically, you're going to have, even if the public anger is surging, dismantling the Florida's vast network of HOAs would be a Herculean task. The more than 50,000 HOA contracts don't simply vanish with the passage of a law, and that's true. You can't just pass a law and think that this is all going to disappear. It's not. There's going to be a lot of challenges. Instead, they would most certainly invite a flood of legal challenges from boards, developers, and homeowners who rely on the system. How do you break the system, and how do you rebuild the system without destroying these HOAs, without costing the homeowners more money? You want to make it efficient, but there are certain ways of doing this. I don't think we're at this level yet, or I don't think they have figured this out. It's very complex financially, economically. They're going to have to look into this and the legality of this as well. So what's ending HOAs could mean for homeowners? Well, just that. How's the dues going to be, if there's going to be any dues? Who's paying for the pool, the community? Who's paying for the common area? Who's paying for the insurance? So we're going to take this all into consideration. I think we're still in the very early stages of this. And again, I think he is a great guy, and Juan Carlos is doing his best. So what do you guys think? Please leave some comments, give a thumbs up. They're free, real estate is not. This is a short video. I'd like to hear from you. See you in the next one. Have a great day.